Gora Hariba. Sai Gaur Premanande. Jayo Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Shrotarista Shushana Yajuvangis Avai Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki. Jayo Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Shrotarista Shushana Yajuvangis Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Śrīla Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki. Srimad Bhagvat Mahapurana Ki. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Śrīla Prabhupada Ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Reading from 10th Canto, Chapter 71. Chapter entitled The Lord Travels to Indraprastha. Text number 9. Gayanti te vishadakarma griheshu devyo Ragyam swasatrubadhamatma vimokshanam cha. Gopyascha kunjarapate janakatmajaya Pitroscha labdha sarana munoyo vayam cha. Gayanti te vishadakarma griheshu devyo Ragyam swasatrubadhamatma vimokshanam cha. Gopyascha kunjarapate janakatmajaya Pitroscha labdha sarana munoyo vayam cha. Gayanti te vishadakarma griheshu devyo Ragyam swasatrubadhamatma vimokshanam cha. Gopyascha kunjarapate janakatmajaya Pitroscha labdha sarana munoyo vayam cha. Gayanti te vishadakarma griheshu devya राज्ञां स्वशत्रुवधमात्मविमोक्षणं स्यात् गोप्यश्च भञ्जरपते जनकात्मजाया पित्रोश्च लब्धशरणा मुनयो वयं च गायन्ति ते विशदकर्मगृहेषु देव्या अज्ञां सुशत्रुवधमात्मविमोक्षणं च गोप्यश्च कुञ्जरपते जनकात्मजाया गायन्ति ते विशदकर्मगृहेषु देव्या राज्ञां स्वशत्रुवधमात्मविमोक्षणं च गोप्यश्च कुञ्जरपते जनकात्मजाया पित्रोश्च लब्धशरणा मुनयो वयं च Vaishnavis. Word-to-word translation. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, His disciples ki jai. Gayanti, they sing. Te, your. Visada, spotless. Karma, deeds. Griheshu, in their homes. Devya, the godly wives. Ragya, of the kings. Swa, of their. Satru, enemy. Badham, the killing. Atma, of themselves. Vimokshanam, the deliverance. Cha, and. Gopyaha, the cowherd girls of Braja. Cha, and. Kunjara, of the elephants. Pate, of the Lord. Janaka, of King Janaka. Atmajaya, of the daughter. Sita Devi, the wife of Lord Ramachandra. Pitro, of your parents. Cha, and. Labdha, who have attained. Sarana, shelter. Munayaha, sages. Bayam, we. Cha, also. Translation. In their homes, the godly wives of the imprisoned kings sing of your noble deeds, about how you will kill their husband's enemy and deliver them. The gopis also sing your glories, how you killed the enemy of the elephant king Gajendra, the enemy of Sita, daughter of Janaka, and the enemies of your own parents as well. So also do the sages who have obtained your shelter glorify you, as do we ourselves. Purport. Great sages and devotees have informed the grief-stricken wives of the imprisoned kings that Lord Krishna would arrange for the killing of Jarasandha and would thus save them from crisis. These godly women who would thus sing the glories of the Lord at home, and when their children would cry for their fathers, their mothers would tell them, "Child, do not cry. Sri Krishna will save your father." In fact, the Lord has saved many devotees in the past, as described here. The sense the purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Nilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Padantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Se Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. So we have been reading this last some days of how there has been a message relayed by the kings who were captured by Jarasandha, and there is also a message given by Narad Muni, and Uddhava is trying to reconcile both the messages. And Krishna has asked Uddhava to give his advice to trying to reconcile how he can perform two activities at the same time. How he can go to the Rajasuya Yajna, and also how he also can kill Jarasandha and deliver the kings. So in this context, where Uddhava is telling about Bhima, how Bhima's strength is equal to Jarasandha, and how Jarasandha can never be killed in a battle with lot of Akshoni Senas. He can only be killed in single combat. And Bhima is equal to him. But because you are there with Bhima, then he will be killed. This is what has been told. But today's verse is quite out of context in terms of what is going on from Uddhava, what Uddhava is speaking. It is quite interesting how Uddhava is relaying through this verse a very secret message to Krishna. So today we'll be discussing about how this verse, though spoken by Uddhava, has a very deep and secret meaning, and coded information by Uddhava to Krishna. So here we see that Uddhava has suddenly changed the topic The message has come from the kings. Now, instead of Uddhava telling about how the kings are distressed in the prison, just imagine a Kshatriya who is being bound by Jarasandha, and Jarasandha used to treat the kings very, very badly. They would be even the big people, when they go to jail, they are not treated like this. They are given a special treatment, separate treatment. But Jarasandha would harass and torture the kings in the prison. So instead of speaking, those messages are already relayed. Last chapter we already discussed about that. So instead of discussing that, Uddhava is mentioning about the wives of the kings. And interestingly, if we see the translation says, the godly wives of the imprisoned kings, Gayanti te Vishada Karma, Griheshu Devya Ragya. The godly kings, the wives of the godly kings, they also sing your good deeds. You know how? They sing just like the gopis. And why? Why they are singing like this? They are anticipating their husband's return. And you know Krishna, who can be a better husband than you? Now if these wives who are godly, they are experiencing such anticipation in separation of their husbands, have you ever thought, Krishna, how much the gopis would be feeling separation from you? Do you ever consider that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And when you play some role, you play to the highest extent and highest expression. So if these wives, they are constantly praying and telling their children, telling everyone that, no, don't worry. Your father is going to come, our husbands are going to come. Can you imagine the depth of the feelings of separation of the gopis? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that in this verse, Uddhava, taking it out of the context, is trying to mention that, Krishna, do you know Vrindavan is near to Delhi? You are planning to go to Indraprastha. And do you remember that in Vrindavan there are some other wives, the ladies who are also anticipating? If you are feeling so concerned by those husbands who are imprisoned and the condition of their wives, do you not feel concerned about the gopis of Vrindavan? You were so concerned about the elephant. You were so concerned about Sita. You were so concerned about the sages wanting to deliver them. You were so concerned about us in Dwaraka. How come you having such a soft heart to be concerned about so many spectrum of people and devotees? How come you are so indifferent and callous to the gopis' condition in Vrindavan? So this is the secret message that Uddhava wants to give. And because Uddhava is concerned that if he speaks too much about the gopis and Vrindavan and Indraprastha is nearby and going, then all the Yadus, the Vrishnis, Ugrasena, Vasudev and everyone who is there in the assembly, they will feel greatly concerned. What Uddhava you are telling? You are changing the topic. So Uddhava is using the same topic to inspire Krishna, to encourage Krishna to also deliver the gopis from their distress. And that is why Uddhava is considered the closest associate of Krishna in Dwaraka, because it was only Uddhava who understands Krishna's condition of feelings of separation from Vrindavan while living in Dwaraka. Only when one understands the heart of another person, then only he can become close. And Uddhava is the missing link between Dwaraka and the feelings of Vrindavan Dham. So, in that context, in the same way, this verse can be the Uddhava's message can be relayed like this: that Gayanti te Vishada Karma Griheshu Devyo. The Devis of Vrindavan, the gopis, Gayanti te Vishada Karma. They are constantly singing about you. And why they are singing about you? They are singing about your Bisada Karma. Nanda Maharaj would keep some messengers who would regularly get messages about Krishna's doing, what he is doing in Dwaraka, so that the gopis, the gopas in Vrindavan Dham, they would get message about Krishna. In one instant, Krishna had sent one letter to Nanda Maharaj. And in that letter, Krishna said, "Oh my dear father, don't think that I am different than this letter. I am personally living in this letter. If you keep this letter in your pocket," Jiva Goswami says in Gopal Champu, if you keep this letter in your pocket, you will feel my presence in your heart and your life eternally. Shri Shri Nitai Gaurang ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So they would hear about the Bisada Karma, the activities of Krishna would be relayed by different messengers appointed by Nanda Maharaj, Griheshu Devya, and they will start singing those activities. And how they would be singing? Ragyam so Satru. These kings are not just Satru of everyone, these kings are our enemies also. These impious kings are also our enemies. And when these impious kings, Swasatru, our enemies, Badham, they will be killed, Atma Vimokshanam cha. We will be also delivered along with the kings. The kings will be delivered from material world, and we will be delivered from this distress of feelings of separation from Krishna. Cha Gopya, the gopis. And how? In order to generalize it so that no one understands that he is speaking about the gopis, Uddhava makes Kunjarapate was also singing. The elephant king was also singing. Janaka Atmajaya was also singing. Sita was singing. The Munis are singing. And Bayam is singing. We are also singing your glories. But the singing of the gopis is to deliver themselves from the great feelings of separation and anticipation for your arrival. So, O Krishna, if you are anyway planning to go to Indraprastha, just also keep in your mind the condition of the gopis. And if you feel it is appropriate, please make a visit to Vrindavan to give life to these gopis. So today's class, with this context in picture, we'll be discussing about the beauty of the love of Vrindavan Dham. And how the love of Vrindavan Dham is so special, and how come Uddhava? Let's not think Uddhava as an ordinary living entity. Uddhava is no ordinary person. The more intelligent a person becomes, it's more difficult to impress him. You understand? You cannot impress so easily an intelligent person. Uddhava is not just intelligent, he is the disciple of Brihaspati, and he is not a non-devotee, intelligent person. He is devotee. His intelligence is spiritual intelligence, devotional intelligence. He is an associate of Krishna in Dwaraka. He is the best associate, the most well-known associate of Krishna in Dwaraka. And for Uddhava to get impressed about the love of Sri Vrindavan Dham shows how special and pure is the love of Vrindavan Dham. So today we will be discussing about what makes Vrindavan Dham so special that Krishna is so much feeling separation and the gopis and the Brajavasis are feeling so much separation. So the love of Vrindavan is very special because it does not have the formality that love generally has. Just to give a crude material example so that you understand what it is. When I became a devotee, my interactions with my mother, my sisters, it became very, very formal. I started using very formal language. I started using respectful words to my elder sisters. Aap. Yes, previously I used to not even use tum. I used to sometimes call names also. And now I've started using aap. And my sisters got culture shock. What happened? And my sisters had known about me becoming a devotee and his plans ahead and all those things. So to some extent they could digest. But there was one of my cousin sister. She is now also running, and she runs so good that she has won so many medals in Asiad, and she is also appearing, planning to go to Olympics, and she's a big lady in Odisha. Now this lady happened, my cousin sister, younger sister, maybe 5, 6, 7 years younger to me. This, my cousin sister happened to visit Bhaktivedanta Hospital. And there she saw all people putting tilak and all. She immediately realized, oh, my elder brother's gang. So she went to, I think Giriraj Prabhu or someone who is the famous, because she is the lady for the government of India, because she is going to appear for the Olympics and all. She gets a lot of special treatment. So I think Giriraj Prabhu, I don't know who is the orthopedic doctor. Yeah. So she met him, and Giriraj Prabhu, I think, treated her or some other devotee. I don't remember who called. So she was treated very nicely, and for almost, she had got some sprain, you see, some hava atak jata hai, what you say, I don't know in English. So she had got that, and then for almost 8, 9 days she was visiting Bhaktivedanta Hospital and or the clinic, and then she was getting some physiotherapy and all those things. So then the doctor was putting tilak. So she asked, oh, you are all that ISKCON gang, like that he said. So yeah, we also follow ISKCON, but this hospital is not connected with ISKCON. It is separate. We all operate it. Okay, don't you have any, she said, don't you have any feelings that you stole away my brother? And this Prabhuji said, who is your brother? Now he has gone in Kolkata, and he's staying now. What is his name? Sri Nitai Das. What is his number? Then he took the number and he called me. Said, Arey, do you know that your cousin sister is like this, so special? I said, yeah. I took it so casually. Is my cousin sister. What's so special about her? Man, do you know she's going to appear for Olympics? She has won so many medals in Asian Games. I said, who cares? I've been seeing her running from childhood. She has been running. Now she is running in some other event. Oh, how can you speak like this? And she was complaining that you are not talking with her. I said, why I will talk with her? I'm so busy with my services. No, you must talk, because she is carrying such a negative image of ISKCON. I said, I cannot, am I the only one designed to uplift the image of ISKCON? So you have to know, do it. Then, because it's the instruction from senior Vaishnava, then I called my sister, and she got shock of life. But more shocking for her was not that she got a call, She understood that the inspiration, the instruction has come from Mumbai and to Calcutta, and she understood that. But more shocking was my language and tone while dealing with her. Finally, she said, "Don't talk with me like this. If you want to talk with me like," because she's so younger to me, 7 years, and I was treating her like divine lady, "Aap kaise hain?" And she was getting shocked. What I may have won medals for the government, but how come you are talking like this? "Aap कैसे हैं, आप क्या कर रहे हैं, and आप कहाँ जाएंगे?" Said, "Don't have to talk. I don't want to see you as a monk, nor do I want to hear such respectful words from me. No problem, you do your devotional service." So, informality, if it misses out from a relationship, the relationship becomes very, very shallow. So informality is what makes the relationship very, very deep, especially when there is lot of love involved. If there is love, then informality makes it deep. But there is no love, then informality makes it very casual, and there is chance of offending. But my sister found it greatly difficult when I addressed her, as I didn't tell her Mataji, otherwise she would have again complained to Prabhuji that he's calling me Mataji. What nonsense is this? I didn't do that, but my tone resembled like very respectful. So, this is the speciality of Vrindavan Dham, this informality. Just like my sister got so much of culture shock of why. So similarly, Krishna would get, because Krishna identifies himself as Brajendra Nandan. And he would get culture shock, why these people are worshipping me so much. And he would yearn, aspire for that interaction as the gopis, as his friends would interact with him in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So this is the first speciality of Vrindavan Dham, that the rules of formality of dealing with the Supreme Personality of Godhead vanishes and informality supersedes the love. Where in Vrindavan, Uddhava witnessed that how come someone can be angry at Krishna. Uddhava had only witnessed that Satyabhama becoming angry, and that was the only case. I think beyond Vrindavan, the only case of someone becoming angry on Krishna is Satyabhama. And that too, not that Satyabhama will always be angry. Only when Krishna would sometimes favor Rukmini, that time Satyabhama would be angry. But here Uddhava is seeing the gopis. They are not just angry. Satyabhama would just be angry and she would go to the corner of the room and sleep. Just like in Chaitanya Leela, Jagadananda Pandit would do. But the gopis, Satyabhama's anger was passive anger. The gopis' anger was active. Not just angry, they would quarrel. They were speaking ill words about Krishna. They were shouting at Krishna when Uddhava went, and they were speaking such bad words about Krishna. And in such love that Uddhava's heart was transformed. So this is the first characteristic that Uddhava witnessed in Vrindavan Dham, that these people not just love Krishna, for them Krishna is their life and soul itself. So, with this first characteristics of informality, there is something else that our acharyas speak, which is also very special in Sri Vrindavan Dham. In all other places, in Vaikuntha, in Ayodhya, the center of attraction is actually Krishna. The center of service is Krishna. But Sri Vrindavan Dham, the center of service is not Krishna. The center of service is that personality who gives the maximum happiness to Krishna. So, this is another characteristic that Uddhava witnessed in Vrindavan Dham, which made his intelligence completely get clean bowled by the love of Vrindavan. So in Sishtastakam, Sanatana Goswami actually mentions about this thing in elaborate ways in his commentaries. And in Sishtastakam, Sanatana Goswami actually says that a devotee is supposed to remain humble. And in the devotees' hearts, in all the devotees' hearts in Vaikuntha, in Ayodhya, the humility that is there is explained as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains the verse. Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. So, Sanatana Goswami explains that humility in the hearts of the devotees in Vaikuntha, in the Ayodhya, all the devotees have this specific humility that they are not devotees. Everyone is superior to them. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the last chapter of in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sishtastakam prayers, he speaks the explanation of this humility. Uttamahaya, all of you recite. Uttamahaya Vaishnava Have Nirabhiman Jive Sanmana Dive Jani Krishna Adhishtan. So the Vaishnava, though he is Uttamahaya, he is Nirabhiman. He doesn't consider himself as very Uttama. And he gives respect to every jiva, understanding that Krishna Adhishtan, the jiva is the resting place of Krishna. Ei matta haya jai Krishna namalay Sri Krishna charane tar prema upajay. Only when one chants the holy name with this consciousness of respecting everyone, respecting every jiva, only then the holy name will sprout love in the heart of that person. Ei mata haya jai Krishna namalay Shri Krishna charane tar prema upajay. प्रेमेर स्वभाव जहाँ प्रेमेर संबंध सेई माने कृष्णे मोरो नाहे प्रेम गंध. प्रेमेर स्वभाव जहाँ प्रेमेर संबंध. Wherever the love has ever sprouted in anyone's heart, sei mane, that person considers Krishna, oh Lord Krishna, Mora nahi prema gandha. I do not have even a drop of love for you in my heart. So Sanatana Goswami explains that this is laukika dainyata. The dainyata in comparison with the material world, material realm. Seeing every jiva respectfully, giving all respect to every jiva, seeing every jiva as the resting place, adhisthana sthanam of Krishna, giving that respect and tolerating everything. This is laukika dainyata. And this laukika dainyata exists in the hearts of all the devotees. And especially when the devotee gets perfected and becomes fit for liberation, especially in Vaikuntha, in Ayodhya, in the realms of the spiritual world, this laukika dainyata becomes completely perfect. Only when this laukika dainyata becomes perfect, the person, the jiva, becomes fit for liberation, becomes fit for entering Sri Vaikuntha Dham or Ayodhya or anything, because he will be put in a place where there are all devotees. So he must be able to respect them, as he says, na? Um, Sakale sanmana karite sakati dehonatha jatha jatha तवे तो गाइब हरि नाम सुखे अपराध हबे हत सकले सम्मान करिते सकति देहनाथ जाथा. So Gurudev, give me the strength of respecting everyone so that I can chant your holy names very nicely. So this is Laukika Dainyata as explained by Sanatan Goswami. But Sanatan Goswami says, but the Brajavasis have a special type of humility which is called Alaukika Prem or Alaukika Dainyata. So Sanatan Goswami says, Prem, love and humility both are synonymous. If there is any word that is synonymous to love, is Dainyata. Dainyata is Prema and Prema is Dainyata. This is what Sanatan Goswami says. But the Dainyata or the Prema exhibited in Vrindavan Dham is Alaukika in nature. And that Alaukika Dainyata is explained in the last verse of Sistastakam. Ashlishyava padaratam pinastuma adarshanan marmahatam karotu va yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato mat prananathastu saevana paraha. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, trying to explain this special type of love of Sri Vrindavan Dham or Alaukika humility, explains this verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, telling to Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai. The verses are of little bit of different meter. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling to Ramananda Rai explanation of this Ashrishya verse. Ami Krishna Padadasi, all of it is Teho Rasa Sukha Rasi Alingiya Kare Atmasatha Kibana Deo Darshan Jarena Mora Tanuman Tabu Teho Mora Prananatha. Ami Krishna Padadasi. I am the servant of Krishna. Teho Rasa Sukha Rasi. He is extremely happy to experience happiness. Alingiya Kare Atmasat. And he can experience that happiness by embracing me. Kibana Deya Darshan. I don't understand, but still Krishna doesn't give me darshan. Jarena Mora Tanuman. And he is trying, and my entire body, my mind is so frustrated because Krishna is not giving me darshan. Still, though Krishna is not giving me darshan, tabu means still, teho moro prananath. He still remains my prananath. And then Sanatan Goswami, Lord Chaitanya explains, Je nari re banche Krishna तार रूपे सतृष्णा तारे ना पाइया है दुखी मुई तार पाए पड़ी लया जाए हाथे धरी क्रीड़ा करिया तारे कर सुखी. Okay, Krishna is not embracing me. I can tolerate that pain. But I cannot tolerate that pain of Krishna, that Krishna wants to embrace someone, Krishna wants to dance with someone else, and that lady is going away from Krishna. I cannot tolerate that pain. Though I can tolerate the pain that I have of not Krishna embracing me, but I cannot tolerate the pain that Krishna has when another lady whom Krishna wants to dance with is going away. So what I will do then? Tare paya hoye dukhi. And Krishna is very, very feeling bad about it. Mui tar paye podi. I will go and fall at the feet of that girl. Loye jaye hate dhari. I will go and catch the lady with my hand. After falling at the feet, the lady will say, "Oh, what do you want? What do you want? Please come with me. Krida kara taros karo sukhi. Please dance with my Krishna and give him happiness." Je gopi mora kare dveshe, Krishnera kare santose. Krishna jare kare abhilasa. Mui tar ghare jaya, tar seva dasi hoya. Tabe mora sukhera ullasa. So the gopi who becomes jealous of me, but she gives lot of happiness to Krishna. Je gopi moro kare dveshe, she is envious of me, but Krishna kare santose. But Krishna is very satisfied with her. Krishna jare kare abhilas, and Krishna is happy to be with her. Mui tara ghare jaya, I will go to her house. Tare sevo dasi hoya, I will become the menial servant of that gopi. Tabe moro sukhera ullas. That will be the epitome and zenith of my happiness. Brajer, and then Kaviraj Goswami explains, Brajera visuddha prem, jena jambu nadahem, Atma sukhera jahan nahi gandha. Brajera Vishuddha Prem, this alaukik prem of Vrindavan Dham, Jena Jambu Nadahem, there is gold of this world, but Jambu Nada, there is gold of the demigod world. The Jambu Nadi is flowing on the, I don't know, there is somewhere, I never could fathom what is that cosmology, but there is some tree, Jambu tree, on the top of mountain, and from that flows the Jambu juices, and the Jambu juices make some Jambu Nada, the gold of heavenly planets. So the gold of Vaikuntha Dham, and then there is gold of the prema of Vaikuntha Dham, and then there is prema of Vrindavan Dham. Though both are gold, like gold of this world and the gold of the heavenly planets, but the gold of the heavenly planets are very special because it's Jambu Nada. Similarly, though there is love in Vaikuntha, though there is love in all the places in Ayodhya for Krishna, but Brajer Vishuddha Prem, Alaukika Prem, Jena Jambu Nadahem, just like there is gold of the heavenly planets, similarly it is very special. And why it is special? Atma Sukher Nahi Jahi Gandha. There is not a trace of personal happiness by interacting with Krishna. Se prema jane te loke. Just to make everyone understand this prema, Prabhu koila eis loke, pade koila arthera nibandha. And he gave also the purport of this verse, Ashlishyava, that the center of service in Sri Vrindavan Dham is not Krishna. The center of the service is that personality who gives the topmost happiness to Krishna, and that is Srimati Radharani. But that is always not Srimati Radharani. Krishna would always keep on roaming around, and the entire Vrindavan Dham would be roaming around that person whom Krishna feels that I am getting the greatest pleasure. And that is why the Vrindavan Dham is called Braja. Braja means Brajanti, that which moves according to the whims and fancies of Krishna. And everyone in Vrindavan would orchestrate himself or herself to that, serving that person. Just like we see the famous example of Govardhan Leela. Krishna said, I will get pleasure if all of you worship Govardhan. And just that statement, can you imagine, it's a hill, nothing else. Right? And these gopis would have gone through the fundamental spiritual classes that we cannot worship hill. The deity is not just stone. The deity is actually authorized. So this is just a hill. It's a mountain. And Krishna said, I want all of you to love this mountain. And the gopis, the Brajavasis, for them, forget about what is mountain, who is a demon, whatever it is. If it is giving santos, tabe more, Krishna jare kare abhilas. If Krishna has this abhilas, that Govardhan has to be loved and worshipped, then our supreme occupation in life is to worship Govardhan, not Krishna. So this is the alaukika prem of Sri Vrindavan Dham. The entire entourage of Vrindavan Dham forgot everything, forgot even making offerings for Indra, forgot even making offerings for Krishna. They started all making offerings for Govardhan. The news spread like wildfire in Vrindavan that Krishna feels happiness by worshipping Govardhan. Oh, Krishna feels happiness by worshipping Govardhan. Villages after villages in Vrindavan brought stocks and stocks of prasadam. Kilometers after kilometer there was prasadam. So this is the alaukika prem of Vrindavan Dham, which which was witnessed by Uddhava, where Atma Sukher Jaha Nahi Gandha. In Dwaraka, in all other places, Uddhava would witness that everyone wants Krishna's association. But in Vrindavan, everyone would witness that everyone wants to serve that person whom Krishna wants association. So this is completely little different than the love of other reasons of spiritual world. And that same love, that alaukika prem, manifested as an instruction to all the sadhakas by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 3 instructions for all the sadhakas. 3 primary instructions. One is Name Ruchi, one is Vaishnav Seva, and one is Jivadaya. These 3 instructions primarily is designed to experience or help the sadhaka experience the love of Vrindavan. Golokera Prem Dhan Harinam Sankirtan. Name Ruchi helps us to relish the Prem Dhan of Vrindavan Dham. And the alaukika prema that Uddhava experienced in Vrindavan Dham, that prema of serving those whom Krishna loves, is exhibited and we will be able to experience by this instruction of Vaishnav Seva. And that's how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his own life exemplified that how important is serving Vaishnavas. How it's not just based on the laukika vyavahar that, oh, Krishna is residing in everyone's heart of this Vaishnava, I would respect him. In Vrindavan Dham, everyone loves Vaishnavas not because he is the resting place of Adhisthana Sthan of Krishna. Everyone loves a Vaishnava because that Krishna gets lot of pleasure from this Vaishnava. So this is the alaukika seva bhav of Sri Vrindavan Dham, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exemplified in his life. In the pastime of Ashtaprahar, that Leela where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprakash Leela, all got mercy but Mukunda didn't got mercy. And all the Vaishnavas, they had got special mercy, special darshan by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were not considering even what mercy they got. They were considering, oh, why Mukunda didn't got mercy? Oh, why didn't Mukunda got mercy? Oh, Mukunda should get mercy. And they were thinking, and there were whispers in the assembly. And Lord Chaitanya could understand what these are whispering. He asked Srivas, what they are whispering? Srivas, tell me what the Vaishnavas are whispering. And Srivas said, the Vaishnavas are whispering that you are not calling Mukunda. Why you are not calling Mukunda? And then Lord Chaitanya became so angry on Mukunda and said, I will not give him darshan for 1 lakh lifetimes. And Mukunda started jumping that after 1 lakh lifetime, I will get darshan of Lord Chaitanya. But the principle is that if we really want to experience the love of Sri Vrindavan Dham, we need to really exemplify the principle of Vaishnava Seva in our lives as instructed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Vrindavan Dham is a symphony where a lot of people are playing some orchestra. And if you have to enter it, we have to join the rhythm. We have to join the symphony with that rhythm. There is a particular rhythm. One person becomes, like sometimes I sing kirtans and one person, new person enters the place kartal. Immediately you get disturbed. He's out of beat. And he makes everyone out of beat. And then the mridang player, instead of following you, start following that person. And mridang goes out of beat. Then the vampar goes out of beat. And the singer tries to reconcile all the beats. So, this is the rhythm of Sri Vrindavan Dham. That to serve those whom Krishna feels attracted to, whom Krishna feels great happiness from. And that is why in Vrindavan, no one says Krishna. They always say Radhe Radhe. They always say that to chant the names of Radharani, to worship Srimati Radharani, to who gives the greatest pleasure to Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada actually has told us to chant Hare Krishna. And this Hare is the most special name of Srimati Radharani. If you ask Radharani, if you ask Krishna, which is the name of Radha that you like the most? Radharani has a lot of names. Krishna would say Hara. That name, I am Hari. I control the entire world through my charisma, through my love, through my flute. But Radhe is Hara. She controls me. So this name Hara is the name of Radharani which Krishna loves the most. Krishna feels that this is the best definition of Radharani. That she controls me. She enchants my heart, though I have the power to enchant everyone. And calling that most special name of Radha, Hara, in the most vocative form, or like calling O Radha, is Hare. So Hare Krishna is the most confidential utterance of Radhe Radhe in Vrindavan Dham, which Srila Prabhupada has given us. Because Hare is the most confidential form of Radha's name, Hara. That which even Krishna's like. If you say Radha, Krishna will run to you. But if you say Hara or Hare, Krishna will jump and dance in ecstasy, because we are chanting the most confidential name of Srimati Radharani. And so we can imagine how much we should be grateful to Guru Parampara, to Srila Prabhupada, that they have given us the most confidential expression of love and the holy name that is bestowed upon us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki, Srimati Radharani ki, Shri Brajavasis ki, Srimad Bhagvat Mahapuran ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, शिला प्रभुपाद की।